Hello viewers, welcome to educators.com. This is Venkatraman Ganji. In the previous session, we have discussed what is an intent, what are the different types of intent. So what an intent contains means the different objects of an intent. Now let us see what is explicit intent and how to start working with explicit intent. So we typically use explicit intent to communicate within an application, to start your new activity and all. So where we'll provide the designated target component, so where to or what activity it should call. So here I am going to explain a small example. So where the first activity is going to give a welcome message, and when I click on a button, it is going to start a new activity. So where it will show you a small message to the user, and again I have one more button to back call. So like this, how an intent work, explicit intent works. So if we want to create an intent in our Android, so I'm going to use intent constructor, which will take two parameters. One is your application context and the target name as a class extension. So if you want to start an activity, we use start activity method and pass your intent object over here. If your activity is going to return some result, then we use start activity for result. But here I'm not going to return anything, just simply I deal with to start a new activity. So let's start your Android Studio and create a new project. So go to file, create a new Android project and name it as explicit intent. So take care of your package name and company name and all project location. Click on next. So choose your form factor. So do all the necessary inputs. The first one I'm going to change it as, instead of main activity, I'm going to change it as activity one, and the corresponding layout is going to be changed as usual. So click on finish button. It will take some time to launch. The project has loaded. Now open your UI file. This is always a good practice to start with UI first, then go to your application logic implementation. So the default it is showing some text view for me. So where I'm going to pass a welcome message. So for that I should create a string. Go to values, strings.xml file and open your editor. So click on plus. I'll say welcome and the value is going to be welcome to educators.com. So click on OK button and create one more key. So for the next, this is for your button labels, and create one more for back button as well. So now come back to your activity file. Just refer the string for your Android text attribute using @string. So @string welcome. So as we know, just I'm going to give some, for better view, I'm giving some text size and text color. Some text, the default colors I'm taking which are available for me, and I'm giving some text size. So let us say 25. As I'm dealing with, it must be SP, scale independent pixel, instead of density independent pixel. So I need a button for this. So create a button and give your width and height as wrap content, and I need a small label for the button. So Android text is equals to, so refer your string, that is string slash next, and create an ID to refer this in our activity. So I'm going to create the ID as next, just to understand easily. Otherwise you can say like this, all the buttons will be prefixed with button. So button next. So but if you see here, the button is defaultly placed at top left corner. We are working with relative layout, so there is a sibling and parental relation. So now I'm going to take the parental relation. So align this at the bottom of the screen. So align parent bottom. So make it true, and if you want that to be at the right hand side, again align parent end. So make it true. Save this. It has been moved to the right hand side, and to support the lower versions, I'm going to take it as align right. So make it true as well. Save this. Okay. So now whenever I click on this, it should go to the next activity. So first go to your activity and implement your logic. So first, whatever you need so to load in your activity, just load them using find view by ID method. So I would like to refer a button now. So button next is equals to, so find the view using find view by ID method, r dot id dot button next end with semicolon. But this method is going to take only the view, but that must be cast to the button. So for this button, when I click, so if you want to implement a click functionality, so I need to add the listener for the button. So use an object of that next dot set something. What should I set? On click listener. So set on click listener. So it is going to take a new on click listener, that is of your Android view.view widget. So which will implement your on click method. So whatever you want to do whenever I click on a button, write your code inside this on click method. Okay. Now, so I'm going to create an intent. As we discussed, we are going to create through the intent constructor. So intent in is equals to new intent of. So I'm taking that. So the first parameter is going to be the context. So that application context, you can take get application context or this or your class name dot this, like activity one dot this, and this is your second parameter as your target. So the target is activity 2 dot class. I'm going to take it as activity 2. So save this, and if you want to start an activity, you must call start activity method and pass your intent object. Save this. Okay, but here it is throwing an error for us because I did not create activity 2 in my application. So go to your the corresponding package, right click on the package. So go to new. The studio is providing the very simpler way at a time where it will create your layout file and activity file. So go here, choose activity. You can choose basic activity or empty activity. Basic activity will have your floating action button. So now I'm going with an empty activity. So name it as activity 2. So change the layout name accordingly. Click on finish button. So that has been created. Okay. So still in activity 1 there is some error. Save this because this is giving an error. So you can use get application context. Save this. Now there is no error at all. Go to your activity2.xml file. So design your layout. Okay. So first I need a text view. So for this, okay, just add a text view, width as wrap content, height is also taking as a wrap content, and assign some text for this. I'm going to take it as my application name. So next I need an ID for this. Create an ID plus ID. I'll say the title, or you can take whatever you want. The next one is I need a button. So I'm going to get it from my activity 1. So just to save my time, I have already explained multiple times for how to create a button. So go to button. So now it is like whenever I click on this, it should go to back, and the string reference is also back, which we created, and that's all. Okay. Now the UI is done. Now come back to your activity dot 2. Okay. So here is your application logic file, means the Java file. So here for the button, I would like to set a listener. So just I'm going to make use of that in our activity. So load them into your activity. So I'll say button back is equals to same as usual. Typecast it to button and use your find view by ID method to find this view. Find view by ID or dot ID dot, so button back with semicolon, and now set the listener for this. So back dot set on click listener, same as usual, new on click listener. Inside your on click method, implement it. So as usual, we already know how to create an intent. intent in is equals to new intent of, it will take two parameters. The first one is your application context, nothing but your this activity 2 dot this. In the previous class I have used get application context, both are valid only, that is going to call your this current class context. Next, the target, where this should go to the activity 1 dot class. Okay, so end with semicolon, and if you want to start an activity, we use start activity method and pass your intent object to it. Save this. Now let's run this on your emulator. So click on run button. It is installing the ADB. It will show you the connected device. Yeah, I have one device. Click on OK button. It is going to be launched on the virtual device very soon. It is launching an activity. Yeah, it has been launched. Welcome to educators.com. When I click on next, it should call the new activity. So explicit intent, click on back. When I click on back, where it should go? To the first string. But so this is how we deal with communicating between the activities. But how to send the data from one activity to another activity? Let us see now. So open your activity 1.java. So from here, I'm going to pass the data to the next activity. So just we use so put extra method for that. So intent object dot put extra. It is going to take the two parameters. The first one is your key. So I'm going to key as my data. So and the corresponding value is like so let's start Android something. Okay, a dummy text, whatever you wanted. So now get this in your second activity. Okay, if you are using multiple data at a time, we use a bundle class and put extras method. Here extra means only to pass your the individual values. So primitive types. Okay, in dot, if you see here, put extra with your string name and the boolean value string name. Here it will take when you're passing the bundle of information. Okay, and now so go to the second activity where you want to read this data. So save this, go to your activity dot two, and inside this on create just get the details. Okay, so for that I need a text view to get my data. Just I'm creating a one more text view, a dummy text text view I'm taking without any text. It would be empty when you call for the first time. And the ID I'm going to take it as my data. Save this, come back to your activity.2 and load it into your activity using find view by ID method. So as usual we know text view TV is equals to typecast it. Typecast it to text view and use your find view by ID method r dot id dot my data, and with semicolon. Now I'm going to pass the value. So for that I should get it to a string value first, then I'll pass it to the text view. So it's a good practice to write down all of your loading objects in at one place, and in this intent in is equals to get intent. I am trying to get an intent now. So I'll get the string value. I'll say string my data, or I'll say string just simply data is equals to get your value. Okay, so just simply in dot get string extra, so which is going to get your string. So please make sure the value whatever the key you provided must be same here, so then only it will match and you'll get your data. So save this. Now pass this data to your string, means your text view. Just simply tv dot set text, pass the value data. That's it. Whatever the value you are reading from the previous activity. So click on run button. So it has been launched. Click on next. So I passed the detail, but actually it is overlapping because in my here as I'm using the what is this relative layout, I should say this. I'm going to take the parental relation again. I'll say this to be center in parent. Okay, so exactly center of the screen, and I'll give some text color for this from a color reference. I'll take some default color, save it. Now let's run this again. Application has been launched on the Android virtual device. So this is your welcome screen. Click on next. So this is a labeling text view. Here, let's start Android is the value which I was passing from my activity 1 to activity 2. Okay. So this is how we work with the explicit intent and how to pass the values from one activity to another activity. Thanks for watching educators.com. Let's catch up in the next video.